Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I will be sharing with you on how to solve exponential equations. But before we continue, I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel if you have not yet done so. Like the video, send your comment, share the link with your friends, and also remember to click on the notification button so that whenever I upload any new video, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's get started. All right, so over here we have some questions we'll be working on. So I will take some and also allow you to practice. All right, so let's take the first one. We have 3 exponent x is equal 3. So now, before we continue with this, I want you to understand that if you have a exponent x equal a exponent k. Now, a is the base exponent x, and we also have the base. So if the base is the same on both sides, you can see you have a exponent x and a exponent k. So if you have the same base, all right, so automatically the exponent will be equal. All right, so we can now say x is equals to k. So whenever you are dealing with exponential equation, always look out for the base. If you have base on one side and the same base on the other side, then the exponent will be equal. All right, so a exponent x is equals to a exponent k, therefore x is equals to k. So over here we have 3 exponent x equal 3, so this will become exponent 1. Okay, so automatically x will be equals to 1. Does that make sense? I hope it does. All right, so let's take the second question. 3 exponent x is equal 9. So now the base over here is 3. So we have to try and figure out how we can make 9 have a base of 3 to a different exponent. Okay, so this can be written as 3 exponent x is equal 3 exponent 2. So you see that now you have the same base. Okay, so automatically x will be equals to 2. All right, I hope it makes sense. So now you can take C for practice. Just apply the same principle we just use here. Okay, I think this particular one. Apply the principle we use here, and you'll be able to solve this. If you get stuck, please also send it to me on the chat box, and I will attend to you. All right, the comment section rather, and I will attend to you. So question D, we have 5 exponent x is equal 1. So whenever you have this kind of question, always remember that if you have a number to a 0 exponent, that number is 1. So since we have the base to be 5, automatically this becomes 5 exponent x equal 5 exponent 0. Okay, so any number to the power of 0 is 1. Therefore, since we have the same base on both sides, x will be equal 0. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so let's take the next one. So we have 3 exponent x is equal 1/3. So now this is a fraction, so we have to figure out how we can make the base to be a whole number to a different exponent. But you recall that if you have a fraction with a denominator having a positive exponent, because this 3 is can be written as 3 to exponent 1. Okay, so we can make this a whole number by just changing the exponent of the denominator to a negative exponent. So this will become 3 exponent x is equals to 3 exponent negative 1. Good. So you just make it a whole number by changing the positive exponent of the denominator to a negative exponent. So now you can see we have the same base, 3 on the left side and 3 on the right side. Okay, the same base. So automatically our answer is going to be x is equal negative 1. I hope this is also clear to you. Now you can try f using the previous example. Try this using example I gave on E. Okay, so next we have 2 exponents x is equal 1 over 16. So we have to change 16 to a number with a base of 2 to a different exponent. And we have 2 here, so 2 to what exponent will give us 16? I think that will be 2 to exponent 4. So this will become 2 exponent x is equal 1 over 2 exponent 4. Good. So the denominator has a positive exponent, so we can make this base a positive number, a whole number, by just changing the positive exponent to a negative exponent. So when we do that, we're going to have 2 exponent x, 2 exponent x, 2 exponent x equal 2 exponent negative 4. So we have changed the positive exponent of the denominator to negative and make the base a whole number. So now we have the same base, 2 on the right side and 2 on the left side. So therefore x is equal negative 4. I hope this is clear. All right, so let's take the next question, h. So we have 5 exponent x plus 2 equal 25. So since we have the base to be 5 on the left side, let's change the right side to a base of 5 to exponent 2. All right, so this will become 5 exponent x plus 2 is equal 5 exponent 2. So we have the same base now. So x plus 2 is equal 2. So at this point, we can subtract 2 from both sides. So subtract 2 from both sides, and minus 2. So plus 2 minus 2 we cancel out, and now x is equal 2 minus 2, that's going to give us 0. X is equal 0. So that is the final answer to that question. Okay, we just completed question H. So I, so we have 2 exponent x plus 2 is equal 1/4. So we have the base to be 2. So automatically this becomes 2 exponent x plus 2 is equal 1 over 2 exponent 2. So now let's change the exponent of the denominator to a negative exponent, so we can have the fraction changed to a whole number. So now this will become 2 exponent x plus 2 is equal to, change this to a negative exponent. So now we have the same base. So automatically x plus 2 is equal -2. So now we want to isolate x by subtracting 2 from both sides. So subtract 2 from both sides. So plus 2 minus 2, we cancel out, and -2 minus 2, that's going to give us -4. Therefore, x is equal -4. Final answer. I hope that is clear. All right, so that is it for question I. I think you can try question J out, because it's almost the same concept for I and J. So now let's take, let me take question K. So over here we have 2 exponent x minus 1 is equal 32. So now this will become 2 exponent x minus 1 is equal, the base is 2, so 2 toward exponent will give us 32. That is 2 exponent 5. All right, so now we have the same base, 2 on the left side and 2 on the right side. So automatically it becomes x minus 1 is equal 5. So now we can add 1 to both sides to isolate the x. So -1 plus 1, we cancel out, and x is equal 6. Final answer. All right, so that is it for this question. Let's look at the next one. Question L. Over here we have 3 exponent 1 minus 2x is equal 1 over 27. All right, so the base is 3 on the left side. So now let's try and make the fraction have a base of 3. So this will become 1 over 3 exponent 3. So the exponent of this fraction is 3. So now we can change the exponent to a negative exponent, so the base can become a whole number. So when we do that, this will become 3 exponent 1 minus 2x equal 3 exponent -3. So now we have the base to be 3 on both sides. So we can now have the exponent to be equal 1 minus 2x is equal -3. So now we can subtract 1 from both sides. Subtract 1 from both sides. So when you do that, 1 minus 1 we cancel out from here, and we are left with -2x equal -3 minus 1 is -4. So let's divide both sides by -2. -2. So -2 is going to cancel out -2, and then negative will cancel out negative, and 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. Therefore, x is equal to. So that is the final answer to this question. I hope it makes some sense. All right, so that is it for question L. I hope you can. Okay, so let me take question M. So here we have 4 exponent 2x plus 1 equal 1/2. So over here we have 1/2. So we can change this to the fraction to a whole number with a base of 2. So let's do that now. So this becomes 4 exponent 2x plus 1 equal to exponent -1. All right, so now you can see we have a base of 2 on the right side. So let's also try and make the base on the left side to be 2. Okay, so when we do that, we're going to have 2 exponent 2 and 2x plus 1 equal to -1. Okay, so at this point we can write the exponents of the base on the left side. This will multiply what you have over here. 2 will multiply the whole of this. So in that sense, we can just write it like this: 2 to the exponent of 2, and put this in a parenthesis. Let's just put this in parenthesis and place it here. So we have 2x plus 1. Okay, so this will be equals to 2 exponent -1. So now we have the same base. So 2 on the left side and 2 on the right side. So now we can now equate the exponent. So this is now 2x plus 1 equal -1. So at this point, we can distribute 2 into the content of the parentheses. So 2 times 2x and 2 times plus 1. So when we do that, we're going to have 4x plus 2 equal -1. So now we can isolate 4x by just subtracting 2 from both sides. So -2 minus 2. So plus 2 minus 2 we cancel out, and then now we have 4x is equal -1 minus 2, and that is going to give us -3. So we can divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4, and 4 we cancel out 4 from here, and the final answer would be x equal -3 over 4. And so this is now the final answer. I hope this is clear. All right, so let's move on to the next one. All right, so I think you can try this question N. All right, so using the same concept, we just apply to question M. Use that concept to deal with this. All right, so I will take question O. So now we have 1/2 x minus 1 equal to, whenever you have a whole number, you can write that to exponent 1. So now this fraction, we're going to change that to a negative exponent. So this denominator is like having an exponent of 1. So this will become 2 exponent -1 in a parenthesis, x minus 1 equal to exponent 1. So now remember that -1 will be multiplying the whole of this, so we can put this in parentheses, and we can rewrite this as 2 exponent -1, and then x minus 1 in parentheses equal to exponent 1. So now we have the same base, so we can now equate the exponents. -1 x minus 1 equal 1. So let's distribute -1 into x and also into this. So -1 times x is going to give us -x, and -1 times -1 is +1, so equal 1. So now we are going to isolate -x by subtracting 1 from both sides. So -1, -1. So this will cancel out, and -x will be equals to 1 minus 1, and that's 0. So if you divide both sides by -1, -1, so this will cancel out, and then x will be equal 0 minus 1, and that's going to give you 0. So that is it. So 0 divided by any number is 0. Yeah, so that is it for this question. I hope it does make sense. Okay, let's take the second question. So right now we are on P. Okay, I think you can try question P. Okay, so just try solving question P. If you get stuck at any point, please send your comments and I will be able to resolve it. Okay, so thank you. So now let's move on to the next one. All right, so I just felt that instead of moving on to the next set of questions, I would like to end this at this point and then take the other set as part 2 of this series. So let's end this session at this point. So we take the other set of questions as part 2. All right. So I will be doing that immediately. But before I end this video, I would also like to remind you, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel, like the video, send your comments, and also share the link with your friends. Share the link with your friends, and always remember to click on the notification button if you have not also done that, so that once I upload new video, you also get the notification. All right, thank you very much. See you in the next set of questions we're about working on. All right, bye bye.